Okay, hi. Very good morning to you, and welcome back to another one of my car videos or videos of me talking in my car. And basically today is a Saturday, and now it's like what 9:47. I'm actually in downtown Yokohama or somewhere near Yokohama. And just a while ago, like about 10 minutes ago, I was at this Daikoku parking area. It was really cool. It's a really cool parking area. I kind of like recorded a video there when I was driving, but the video didn't really, turn out too good. So I kind of scrapped that video and decided to do a proper one, because the Daikoku parking area, it's a really cool parking area. You can look it up on the internet or something, or Google or something. It's kind of like this parking area that is just surrounded by circular like highways or something. Like it's really cool. And I think that parking area is featured in one of those animations or like manga that usually revolves around racing car scenes and stuff. So if you have a chance to check out that Daikoku parking area, go ahead. It's really awesome. And while I was there, there were a lot of today's a Saturday, so I'm not sure, but there were a lot of like Japanese tuner cars, Evos, WRXs, and German precision engineering cars like M3s and Mercedes, the SLR, or I think it's what the SLR, and then a couple of like American Corvettes, and really beautifully done up Corvettes. No Italian Ferraris or Lamborghinis, maybe. Just not my lucky day, but it's a Daikoku parking area. There's a lot of like car meetups there and something. It's a really cool area. If you have a chance, do check that out. Basically, in today's video, I just kind of want to talk about why I'm here, and probably you probably already know, like in the title of the video, that I'll be getting a new seat for my car. Why is that so? Because I bought Scooby in 2013. I've been driving it around for about 3 years now, and I've just clocked like 32,000 kilometers. And in my kind of job, I travel around a lot of places in Japan, and a lot of times I have to drive like great distances to different places, and some of the places that I've driven to requires me to take roads that would just pass through all the mountain regions, all the mountainous passes, the windy roads. And having driven this car for 3 years, I realized that the OEM Subaru seats are really comfortable, but they just don't hold you that well. So when you're driving around like windy roads, you kind of get thrown around a little bit. And the OEM seats are pretty easy to get in and get out of the car, because they have really low side support here for your thighs. And so kind of, when you're driving, sometimes when you're tired, you kind of put your legs like really wide, and you can hit the door or hit the side here. So I wanted to get an aftermarket seat that will offer me more support. And when you're driving, it gives you a little bit more confidence that you're being held in place and not being thrown around the car. So I did my research like last year, late last year to early this year. I actually kind of like zoned down to either a Recaro seat or a Bride seat, because Bride seats are pretty popular in Japan, because they're made in Japan, and while Recaros are German seats. And so naturally I kind of went for the Bride seats, because they're a little bit cheaper in Japan. And I actually this year I actually had an assignment down in Nagoya, Aichi, and I actually went down to the Bride headquarters, the showroom in Aichi, and tested out a couple of their seats. And the full bucket seat that Bride offers, the Zeta 3 or something, it's a really comfortable seat. I like it. It fits you really snugly. But because I live in this place in Japan where there's winter, so when it gets cold in winter, I kind of have to put on a little bit more clothing, like puffy jackets and maybe a coat like that. And the Bride Zeta III is just a little bit too small on the waist and maybe, you know, on the shoulders. So unless you're in a full racing suit for 365 days in a year when you're driving a car, it's just not gonna work, you know, given where I live. So I kind of look into the semi-bucket seats. Basically, semi-bucket seats are kind of like full bucket seats, and they offer the full support of a bucket seat, except that they have that reclining backrest feature, so it kind of offers a lot of flexibility. And I can't really remember which one did I try. I tried a couple of ones in Nagoya in the Bride headquarters, and I liked it. I kind of wanted to get them, you know, sometime later, and then again, sometime later this year, I had a chance to, you know, I had an assignment down in nearby Yokohama in Kanagawa prefecture, and I kind of popped by this ASM showroom. ASM is basically a Japanese company that it's being designated by Recaros in Germany to, you know, kind of collaborate and make Recaro seats that are more fitted for the Asian market, or maybe for just the Japanese market. So the seats tend to be a little smaller than the regular Recaro seats that the international markets get. So yeah, I went down to the ASM showroom, which is basically just right next to me now. And the appointment that I got with them to fit the new seats is like 10 o'clock. Now it's like 9:53, so I've got like 7 minutes. So yeah, they just opened up their store right there. So I kind of went down to this Auto Bags, ASM Yokohama, and they have like a huge selection of Recaro seats, and I kind of sat in a few of those Recaro seats, and you know, after having sat in both the Bride seats and the Recaro seats, I can tell you, you know, really that Recaro seats tend to be a little more comfortable, and they have a little bit more room than Bride seat. And this ASM they have like special limited edition seats that are only sold through ASM, and you cannot get them anywhere else in Japan. You have to come down here or order through them, even for the international market. And I actually wanted the Alcantara, what is it, Recaro RS-G in Alcantara black, but they don't have that. They have that like a couple of years back, but they're not making that anymore. And when I came down early, sometime in maybe August or something, I can't really remember this year, they had the gray one, you know, in full Alcantara, but when I checked the website like 2 days back, they kind of don't have that anymore. So I kind of like you know, have decided that I will get a full bucket seat over a semi-bucket seat, and the one that I really like is the Recaro RS-G in ruby, that is like exclusive to this ASM store. And because you know, I'm driving a four-door car, and I have passengers in the back, any kind of bucket seats that I get, I have to kind of get like a protective soft cover for the back of the seat, so that I could just clear the registration. Because, you know, unless your car is a two-seater, or you're only you know, permanently getting only 2 people in the front and not fetching anybody in the back, then you can leave the back of the seat unprotected, as in its hard form. But you know, so the seat covers that ASM offers for the, you know, the bucket seats and maybe semi-bucket seats, I'm not sure, it only comes in black. So even if I did get that Alcantara one, which is, you know, in beautiful gray, the back of the seat will be in black. So it's kind of like weird. So, you know, the one that I decided, the Ruby RS-G, has side bolsters here that's has a little holes with red accents inside, and the backrest on the top here is in Alcantara, and the bottom I think is in regular like mesh cushion or something. And I sat in that seat, I really like it. It's just really comfortable. So I was thinking about it for a while, and then you know, whether should I go for a Bride or Recaros, but in the end I decided to go for the Recaros because they are slightly more comfortable. It's in the cushion that they provide, and that little extra space around allows me to, you know, wear a little more clothing and have a more comfortable fit in winter than just, you know, being crammed really tightly into my you know, new seats. So yeah, I will just let you update. No, not update. I'll just continue this video later, you know, when I get those guys to fix the seat up, or when the seat is fully done. So in the meantime, if you want to check out these seats, you know, this baby will just go into the storage and not use them for probably a long time. So thanks for this OEM seat. Thank you for keeping me comfortable this good 3 years. But you know, take care. I'll put you in storage. And in the meantime, yeah, take care and see ya. Bye. Hi, welcome back to the. Okay, let me lock the door first. Okay, welcome back to the second part of this video. And basically, wow. Okay, never mind. I just, you know, in front of me is a Lotus, a yellow Lotus, an old Lotus. It's a beautiful car. Okay, never mind. I just driven back from Yokohama, and just gonna reach my place nearby here. And you know, this been driving for about maybe 2 hours out, almost to 3, and these new seats. Okay, let me just get the car out of the parking lot. These new seats are amazing. No joke. Like these full bucket seats, man, they hold you in place so well. Basically, it's like you and the car are like a single entity. Like now I'm going to drive through the mountain passes that's gonna lead me to my house. You know, all the way back from Yokohama, you know, I did the road that I travel, you know, I had did a couple of U-turns, not because not because it was intentional, but because the road, you know, needed me to do a U-turn based on the navigation that is being displayed in the car. Amazing. The moment I pull out of the ASM store, it's just you need to get used to these seats. Bucket seats are not for everyone, especially if your car is a daily driver. But if you can get used to it, I would say go for it, man. It's amazing. The only thing, maybe it's not a complaint, but it's just one of the issues that you have to live with it with a full bucket seat. It is basically getting in and out of the car. It's a bitch. Trust me, it's a bitch. Everyone told me before I even got a bucket seat. I've sat in a bucket seat before. I know that getting in and out of the car will be like really, you know, quite an issue. But for the whole, you know, for that security of being tightly held in place when you're driving, man, that feeling is just it just cannot be replaced by anything. You know, I mean, I can overlook everything else just for that, simply for that sense of security being held in place, you know, as you're driving around. And these seats are much lighter than the OEM seats, which is you know, electronic. There's a little motor inside where you plug it in, you can, you know, just move forward and backward. But I have nothing, really no complaints about these new seats. They're just so so comfortable. Like I mean, you're being held in place, you're not being thrown around, and driving becomes more enjoyable, and you can really feel the traction of the car planted firmly on the road. So if the car does lose traction, you can feel it because you're not being thrown around in the car. Basically, you and the car are now like a single entity. So that is basically just my opinion. I mean, I've sat in a bucket seat, but you know, I always wanted to get a bucket seat. I was contemplating over this a couple of years, you know, about the getting in and out, the hassle of getting in and out of the car, and you know, naturally you will have abrasions on the side of the bucket seat over time. So I kind of got this leather protector for the right hand side, where, you know, I would just get it in and out of the car, and also a little leather strap on the shoulders here where the seat belt will just run across my shoulder. So these are the two places that usually will encounter the most abrasions, and the sides of these seats are Alcantara. This side I think is leather. Yeah, both sides on the shoulder are leather, but the bottom part down it's all Alcantara. Seat belts here. There's no protective material here. It's just Alcantara. So over time I do foresee wear and tear in the seat belt areas here. But as for now, man, these seats are really, really good. Worth every yen that I paid for. Yeah, continuing from the previous video, I'm not like a super huge Asian. I'm like maybe an average Asian in Singapore, maybe on the small side, I don't know. But over here in Japan, I tend to, maybe I'm slightly a little bit bigger than the average Japanese guy. So Bride seats are a little too small. Recaros have slightly a little bit more space. Like now I'm dressed in a shirt and a t-shirt underneath my shirt just to absorb my sweat, and all that. And I'm wearing a fleece jacket, not the thin, flimsy ones, but a Polotech Therma Pro, the really thick one. And I still fit like pretty comfortably in the seats. Waist around here a little tight, but not as bad as the Bride ones. And this shoulder arches here are like really hard. So if you're gonna like reach down and take something here in the back, you can't do it. You gotta go from bottom or go from the top. Backing out the car in reverse, looking back, a little restrictive, but I can live with it. It's not too bad. And these seats are mounted slightly a little lower than the OEM ones. You can get adapters to just raise up the seats, and the offset for this seat is not like straight center. It's mounted a little, about 10 millimeter towards the outside. So basically you're sitting like a little bit on the outside and your steering is on your left, but it's not that big of an issue that will hinder your driving, because I mean, I am perfectly okay with this. Alternatively, you can get an adapter for like $100 or something that just get the offset in the perfect center, but I don't think I need it for now. I mean, I've been just drove back 3 hours, not too bad. I don't think I need that spacers or that little offset adapter. It's gonna rob me of another $100 or something. So yeah, basically it's just a short continuation of where I left off. I didn't do much video taking in the shop, simply because I did ask the staff if I could put the GoPro right here and film those guys when they're pulling out the seats and putting in, and this shop guys were like, no. He didn't really say no straight up to me. He says it's just better not do it. Like you can take some videos in the showroom, but not of this stuff working. I don't know why, but well. So I didn't take any pictures when they pull out the seat and they put in the seat. But basically, they pull out the OEM seats and remove the the necessary harness, airbag connectors, and the seat belt catch and stuff like that, and then fit it under new seats and put the seats in, and ask me to sit inside the car to see if the height is okay, and then everything is okay. They just tighten it down, and it's just fixed in place. You can only move it forward and backwards, but not tilt it, move it left and right, nothing on that side. And yeah, the shop guys was telling me like it kind of takes a while to get used to these seats. Like when you want to alight from the car, it's easier if you just pull out the little lever at the bottom here and move your seats back and then get out, because the steering wheel is a little low here, so when you're getting out, the gap between the steering wheel and the seat is just so little, so it's kind of hard to get your feet your feet out, but you just gotta work around it. But yeah, like I said, the bucket seats are not for everybody, but if you like driving here and there and everywhere, and like going through mountain passes, bucket seats are the way to go. Or if you want to feel your car completely as a single entity, you and your car connected as one, go for the bucket seats.
およそ300メートル
Okay, never mind.
左折
Okay,
専用レーン
basically, I don't want to keep this video too long. Thank you guys for checking out my videos. Back there, it's the old OEM seats. I'm gonna put it in the garage, not garage, put it in the storage. With the box from Recaro for this seat. I don't know if they'll fit. It will be a perfect fit inside, but I would just probably do something and stash in the garage. So yeah, thank you guys for checking out my videos. These seats are pretty awesome. Take care and see ya. Bye.